I'm Aria and welcome to another building video in The Sims 4. Today we are building a Viking longboat for the Ninny Viking build challenge. I will leave a link to the Twitter post in the description for anybody who would like to also join in. The end date is the 30th of March, so you still have about 2 weeks if you would like to enter. So I've seen a couple of people build different ships before, but I've never seen anybody build like a longboat. I don't actually know the difference between a longboat and a long ship. I did try and Google it, but it didn't really give me much of an answer, so if anybody does know, then I would really appreciate some education on that. But yeah, like I said, when I was looking for different things that I could do, because the challenge has got 4 different entries, like categories. I think you could build like a longhouse or a boat, or there was like a church, I think, or Valhalla, which I think could be really cool. And I was looking through the tag on the gallery and I noticed that nobody had attempted to build a ship and I thought it would be different, you know. I thought it would be cool. I've never done anything like this before, so it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I've seen people build ships before using the prop sets from Get Famous, and I don't know, I did want to build like a pirate ship or something, not for this challenge, just for because. And I saw that the Sim stream had made one and I was like, no, okay. I don't think I will bother, because I just love that one so much and I don't want to, you know, ruin it by making something that wasn't, it wouldn't have looked anything like it, and I just would have been upset with myself. But yeah, this one, I'm pretty proud of this. I think it only took me like 4 hours, and considering I started with absolutely no idea of how I was going to even create the shape, I don't think I did too badly. I struggled the most where I've used the awnings to create like the curvedness. I didn't really know how to create the shape because it's like it angles in such a way that it's not possible to make from roofing, and yeah, I didn't really know how to do it, but once I realized that, you know, it kind of created the shape that I wanted by changing the size and the angles with these awnings, I thought, you know, that's close enough. I don't want to overdo it and, you know, stress myself out, so I think it looks as close as you could probably get it. But I do use an awful lot of the tool mod in this build. I've tried to leave 90% of it in. I only showed you me, you know, doing the rotations and everything on the awnings on one side because it took me ages to figure out the first side, and I was like changing it so much that I didn't want you to have to sit through like an hour. Not that anyone has the time for that, but you know, you don't want to sit through an hour of me just making mistakes all the time, so I thought I'd just show you once I've figured out the angles. Lots and lots of debug, lots of tool, and I have set this lot as a museum type because of all of the like decorations and things that I've used. Most of them I believe are from Island Living, but I honestly don't know because I'm not sure what items from what packs I've used. I just kind of used them all. But yeah, I've set it as a museum lot type, so if you choose to download this from the gallery, there is a public bathroom, an easel, a sink and a bin or a trash can on the kind of front right hand side of the lot, because those were like required for the lot type. I probably could have set it as like generic, but I figured it could probably be used as, I don't know, like some kind of Viking ship museum. I'm not really sure, but it seems like the most sensible idea to me. I struggled the most with figuring out what to put on the inside of the boat, and when I was trying to Google like different pictures and different videos on YouTube and everything of what it could possibly look like, most of them didn't have very much space. So other than like the benches and the oars and a couple of crates for food and anything that they pick up whilst they're out on their travels, there isn't really much space for anything else. So I did think I'd maybe include like a living space, and then like maybe box off the center bit where I've put the roofing, and then have like a bedroom or something in there. But they didn't really have space to sleep other than on the floor, so I just chose to leave it as the images that I kind of found, and just put some of these crates that I've just put down and a couple of other boxes, and I think I've used like a water bucket from Outdoor Retreat. So these are the wires from the Journey to Batu debug. I think they really look good. So I think they are just meant to be like electrical wires, but to me they can kind of look a little bit like rope. They're probably not the right color, but once I've changed the angles and everything and put them in the places that I want them, I think they really kind of finish the detail to the sails off. So I couldn't find sails that I liked like just by using curtains. So these ones that I've used, even though they're probably the wrong color and not really the right shape either, they're from Cats and Dogs, I think, and they actually move in the wind, which I think is really cool. So you'll see right at the end there's like a little video outro type thing, and you can see the sails moving in the wind, which I think looks really cool. When I was looking for a kind of a reference picture, I suppose, most of the sails that I found were mostly solid colors, but they were also square, and I couldn't find anything that kind of looked right and curved in the way that I wanted it to that was also square shaped. So I think these ones were probably the best that I can find, and once I had finished the entire thing, I was really pleased with how it looked. Another thing that I think really added kind of the extra detail was the shields that I added to the side of the boat. So I actually use just like normal tables and then rotate them with tool. So I don't know whether it's like a feature in the game or whether it's one of the mods that I have, I'm not sure, but right clicking on the tables and then choosing the make dirty option, I think really, I don't know, enhanced the whole look of them, because once they look dirty and are placed where I have placed them they really look like shields, and I don't know, I get excited about like tiny details and I just think they look really cool. So these I think are actually wall decorations from Island Living, and then the fish kind of ornament that I have on the front is also Island Living. So when I was looking at the reference pictures, I found that most of them had like a dragon or a horse's head or something on the front of the ship, and then the kind of back curve of the ship I don't know the end part was slightly lower down, so I do lower the right hand side down just slightly in the end. So to begin with, I picked out different tables that were all kind of round shaped. So this included like coffee tables and a couple of outdoor tables. Unfortunately, those, when you right click and make dirty, there's no option for those ones, and it's only for the tables that your Sims can eat at. So I end up changing them all slightly, and then I size them up one just to give them, I don't know, just so they fill in the gap. if you actually have like a sim stand or sit on those benches, in terms of shields, they're actually pretty big. So, you know, I suppose if it was actually a longboat, then they wouldn't be that big and the boat would be a lot smaller, but I needed to fill the space. And I think they look really cool. So I've added like a ladder up to the boat, and then the dock, I'd move it over slightly, but I do add a platform underneath it so your sims can get up onto the boat and sit down and everything. So even though there's nothing to do up there exactly, they can get up there if you wanted them to. But here I am changing out the tables to the ones that actually, you know, have dirt on them. And then I use I think it's like a wall decoration piece, but it's on the like outdoor furniture category or outdoor decoration category, I don't know. It's like a wooden thing. This I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I add them to the center of all the tables, and I think that really finishes off the shield look. So I didn't add any like weapons or anything to this build. I was thinking about adding some debug swords, but it kind of just they didn't really fit anywhere, and what I really wanted to use were axes, but we don't have those in the game, unfortunately, and I don't know, once I'd finished this I couldn't be bothered to try and make some. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of how it like came together in the end. There's a couple of vampires like wall lights. I think they're just candles, but I really struggled to find lights. I couldn't find lights that fit the time period, and all I could really find were lanterns, or like there were other candles, but they kind of weren't bright. They were like Christmas candles, and the outdoor lights just, they didn't fit. So those were the only ones that I could really find, and so I've just put 2 of those on, and I think that's the only thing from that pack that I've used. So if you don't have, you know, the vampires pack, then it's only those 2 lights that will not appear. Everything else should work fine. So right now I am attempting to create some oars. I didn't really know how to make these, so I was just kind of winging it at the time, but I think they turned out okay. So I used these sticks from, oh gosh, I don't know what pack it's from. Is it one of the kids packs? Maybe the toddler pack? It's the light rope second stick. And then I use this chopping board from the Core Kitchen stuff to make like the paddle part on the end, and you know, lots of tools. But I think they look really cool. I have built this in Sulani, as you can see. It doesn't fit at all, but it's the only world that we have water lots on, so I didn't want to just build it on land because it kind of just wouldn't have looked right. So I've had to build it here, and hopefully you can just ignore the palm trees and everything in the background. But yeah, I really wanted to build it on a lot with water so that it looked like it was, you know, actually in the sea and not just, I don't know, dried up on land. But yeah, anyway, we are almost at the end of the video now, so I will let you enjoy the rest of it whilst I just finish adding some decoration. But yeah, like I said, this build is on the gallery if you would like it in your game. I've set it as a museum type, but you can change it to a beach maybe, or whatever you like. Make sure that Move Objects is on if you choose to download it. Usually I add the tray files to all of for all of my builds to the Tumblr post. The link to that is also in the description. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Please like if you do, and yeah, let me know what you think. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you all next time. I hope you have a wonderful day.